morning. Today is Monday, May 15th, 2023, and I'm Vera.
And I'm Caleb. Here are today's top headlines.
Have you seen the Mario movie yet? We'll give you some facts you might not have known about Mario.
And we'll give you another Beanstack and book return update.
But first, here's Emma with today's lunch menu.
Good morning, I'm Emma and here's today's lunch menu. Today we're having a Charleston chicken sandwich with baked beans and onion rings, or a brunch kit. As we get closer to the end of the school year, Onan will have less information about what we're having for lunch. We can promise you'll always have some good options. Be sure to pick up your fresh fruit, veggies, and milk. Back to you, Vera.
He is one of the most recognizable fictional characters around the world. Players have sent him bouncing around the clouds, eating mushrooms, and shimmying down pipes. But even with all this moving around, Mario has rarely crossed over into film. The Super Mario Bros. Movie, a new animated film, hit theaters on April 7, 2023. Bros is short for brothers. Here are 8 things you may not know about how Nintendo characters like Mario, Luigi, and Bowser came to be. Starting with number 1, Nintendo originally wanted Mario to be like Mickey Mouse.
In the 1950s, a man named Hiroshi Yamauchi was the president of Nintendo. At the time, Nintendo did not make video games. It made playing cards. Yamauchi visited the U.S. to meet with Disney. He wanted to put their characters on Nintendo's cards. Yamauchi got a lot of ideas from his visit. He wanted his company to be more like Disney. He wanted to make Mario as popular as Mickey Mouse. Number 2, Super Mario was a spin-off of another game.
Super Mario was not the first game with Mario in it. Mario first showed up in a game called Donkey Kong. Mario was first known as Jumpman. In this game, Donkey Kong was an arcade game. An arcade game is a large video game system. Most arcade games only have one game on them. It wasn't always easy to play video games at home. People would have to go out to play arcade games. Number 3, Donkey Kong was an idea that came from a contest at Nintendo.
A man named Mino Arakawa worked at Nintendo. Arakawa needed to sell Nintendo games in the United States. Nintendo had a space shooting game. They had a hard time selling it in the United States. Arakawa held a company-wide contest to make the space game more interesting. The winner was a man named Shigeru Miyamoto. Miyamoto wanted to create a hero that looked more like a person. He changed the names to keep players interested. Number 4, Mario was one of the first games for Nintendo's home gaming system.
Nintendo made its first home gaming system in 1983. It was called the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. Entertainment means something that is fun. The NES allowed people to play Nintendo games at home. One of the first NES games was Super Mario. It became very popular. Other game makers wanted their games to be good as Super Mario. Number 5, this isn't the first Super Mario Bros. Movie.
In 1993, there was a Super Mario Bros. Film that was not animated. Instead, live people played the characters. The film did not make a lot of money. People did not enjoy it much either. People who worked at Nintendo were upset about how the film turned out. They decided not to make films for a long time. They did not want to work on something unpopular. Number 6. Another Mario game is more popular than Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Kart is a very popular racing game. When Mario Kart first came around, it made a big splash. Many people were talking about it. It's more popular than Super Mario Bros. Many video game companies made their own kart racing games. Kart racing games were easy to make. They copied Mario Kart's idea. Number 7. Luigi lives in his brother's shadow, but that gives him special powers.
Luigi is another character in Super Mario Bros. He was basically a copy of Mario. The only difference was that he was green instead of red. In later Super Mario games, Luigi got to be more interesting. He got different powers than Mario. And finally, number 8. Bowser gets his name from a soup.
Bowser is a giant fire-breathing character in Super Mario Bros. He looks like a turtle. In a lot of Mario games, Bowser is the final boss. Mario was first called Koopa. The name came from a Korean soup called Gukakaba. Later, Nintendo changed Koopa to King Koopa. Then King Koopa was called Bowser. The name Bowser has stuck, maybe this is because Bowser is fun to say.
Maybe you learned some things new about Mario. Now we go to Athar with today's weather.
Thank you, Caleb. Rain chances will stick around as we head into a new week. But don't worry, no day will be a washout. A cold front continues to drop through the area this evening. Once the sun sets, rain will end and we'll be left with mostly cloudy skies and lows staying mild in the upper 60s. Another cold front looks to drop through midweek, bringing some higher rain chances to the area, but still not looking to be a washout. Just keep the rain gear on hand as we look to stay a bit unsettled. Today will be a mix of sun and clouds with spotty showers, highs 75 to 80. Monday night we'll have passing clouds, staying mild with lows 66 to 70. Up next is your Beanstack and Book Written update with Bella and Harper.
Today is the day. Summer reading begins today on Beanstack. If you've already connected your account to the public library account, you're all set up to start logging for summer reading through Charleston County Public Library. They are giving out tons of prizes. Lots of them are mystery prizes. And you're going to have to log those minutes to earn your prizes. Prize pickup begins June 1st.
So how are we doing this far of the month of May here at Oakland? Let's run the numbers. So far in May, we have 134 active readers. We could get to a little better, guys. Third grade is the currently one who is doing progress. So how are we doing so far of the month of May?
here at Oakland. Let's run the numbers. So far, we have 134 active readers. We could do a little better, guys. Third grade's currently the only one who has 5 active readers. So that looks like they're doing good for growth. But here we are looking good with 57 minutes logged during the month of May. Think about how many more minutes we would have if everyone was logging their minutes.
But here's the big update. All library books are due today. But we still have 336 books checked out of the library. We're missing 336 books. That's over $5,000 worth of books.
Stay tuned to the news and the library door for the class counts beginning today. Miss L will post the number of books still checked out from each homeroom. There will be prizes for each class for classes who get all of their books turned in. We'll see.
And just a heads up, at the end of the day today, all books still checked out will be marked lost. So make sure you get their books in.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. We have lots of birthdays to announce today. On Wednesday, last week, Frank in CDW celebrated his birthday. On Thursday of last week, Josiah in KL celebrated. And on Friday, Joseph in 3G and Madison in 1H celebrated. And on Saturday, Sullivan in KA, Greta in Forum, and Hadia in 1S celebrated their birthdays. Today, Evelyn in 2L, Oliver, my brother, in 2L, and Silas in 2L all celebrated. And so does Ezra in 3G. Happy birthday, Orcas. Come to the library and get your birthday pencils.
Keep logging those minutes on Beanstack. Return your library books.
Yeah, return your library books. I'm Vera for Owen and have a wonderful day.
And I'm Caleb for Owen and have a wonderful day.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah, oh, yeah. Ah. Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah, ah, you. Oh.